One product stores versus general stores. Which one is the best option for Shopify dropshipping? Now, I'm going to let you in on a little secret that nobody will tell you. It's neither. And in this video, I'm actually going to show you the best way to set up your Shopify dropshipping business to get massive sales and profit. Now, over the last 7 years of selling products online, I've done over $7.5 million in sales. And that is why you should be listening to me, because I know exactly what is currently working. I've tested it all. I've done one product stores, general stores, niche stores, and I will tell you exactly in this video what the best way to set up your store is for massive success. And to actually prove to you that this is currently working, I'm going to show you a live screen recording of going into my Shopify store. As you can see, $1,455 on the sales so far today. And then we go here to analytics. You'll be able to see if I go to the date here and I select the last 2 months on this brand new e-commerce business, I was able to scale it from $0 to $106,000 in sales so far. And the average person is spending close to $100 on my website. Now with that, make sure you pay very close attention, because I will be revealing today what the actual strategy and store setup I use for my Shopify dropshipping business that currently is crushing it. And if you want to see results just like this, make sure you start taking some notes. Now, this is an example of a general store where you're literally selling any product you can even imagine. A lot of quirky, gimmicky gadgets is what's very popular when it comes to the Shopify dropshipping niche. As you can see, they're selling these cheap items, $15, $5, and there's probably a few thousand products on this website called coolgadget.com. Now, let's break it down. General stores have a broad range of products, okay? You can do different niches, different categories, different interests, different needs, and you have the opportunity to test multiple different products at one time to identify the best sellers, okay? Now, with general stores, you're also not strictly limited by trends. So when you see one product becomes less popular, you can introduce new ones without changing your entire website or business model. Here are some of the cons about a general store that you need to keep in mind. Number one, it may be very difficult to establish a brand identity with your customers, because they're coming onto your website and they're going to look at this and say, okay, what is the difference between this and Amazon or eBay? So when you are competing and you have a general store, it's extremely hard to actually build that brand that you can actually sell your products for higher price points and higher profit margins. Also, the marketing strategy may be more complicated and expensive, as you'll need to target different audiences for different products and have different advertising campaigns, and it becomes very complex. Now, let's talk about one product stores. Now, one product stores is obviously where you're selling one product. Let me give you an example. This is a great example of a one product store where they're mainly just selling this oxy breathing starter kit, and it helps people breathe better throughout the day. And it actually went pretty viral. This store is doing really well. Just to show you on mobile view, as you can see here, they have a 15-day supply and a 30-day supply, and the entire website is around this one product, which really helps the conversion rate and to get you separated from everyone else out there and to build a real brand that you can go ahead and sell these products that probably are just costing a few dollars for $36 or even $42 with high profit margin. So one product stores, it's focused marketing and brand efforts all on that one product. So you're going to get a higher conversion rate, and it's also easier to optimize the website and product description for a single product because you're mainly focused on that one product. Your customers also trust you way more as you are the main brand that is selling that product, and you're not competing with Amazon, eBay, or any other seller because they want to buy from the main company, almost as if you've created or invented the product. Now, here are some of the cons about one product stores. For one, you might have a low average order value, because in the case of the oxy breather, as you can see here, most people are probably just going to buy one or two of them, but there's really not anything else for them to buy in the website. So it's going to result with your customers spending a maximum of $42 on your website. Con number two is that if the product doesn't work, then you're going to need to switch up the store. You're going to have to change the colors, the logo, the name, the domain, and things like that, which is okay. It doesn't take too much time to do that, but still can become a hassle. And con number three is limited scalability. Once you hit the ceiling on that one product, then your product dies out and you probably have to start looking for another product. Then there's option number 3, and it's a niche store where you create a store and you have a bunch of different products in one category. For example, this website called Superb Spine is selling all different things related to health and wellness, and also related to people's spines and back and anything along those lines. So as you can see here, they have about 40 to 50 products on their website, all in the health and wellness niche, which can be a great idea, but let me break it down for you. So when it comes to a niche store, you can build a strong brand targeting a specific audience or a problem that people have, and that can increase the loyalty of your customer and get them to come back and buy other items. Number 2, it's easier to become an authority in a specific niche rather than selling all different types of items in random categories. And number 3, your marketing is way more straightforward. You know exactly who your customer is, what they're interested in, how you can advertise to them, and it just becomes a lot more simple instead of trying to learn how to sell to 40 different categories. Now, here are a few cons of a niche store. You may limit your potential by focusing on a specific niche. So I've seen people all the time, and this happened to me, where I started to sell products in the beauty niche or the dog niche, and I was testing products in that niche and I just couldn't find a winner. And because I was so stuck on that niche, I didn't test other categories, which could have made me a lot of sales, and that held me back from the success that I wanted. So if your niche becomes less popular or trends change, it can really impact your business. Also, it may require more in-depth knowledge about your products and that niche, making sourcing and marketing potentially more challenging. Now that we went over the 3 types of Shopify dropshipping business, which one is the best? We went through general stores, one-product stores, and niche stores, and each one has its pros and cons. Now, after years in the game and doing millions of dollars in sales online, plus helping people just like you crush it starting from scratch, I've created a system and a verdict that actually works. And let's break that down. Now, there's no question about it. Having a one-product store will increase your conversion rate and will get people to go crazy over your product, whatever price you sell the product for. However, we talked about the cons when it comes to a one product store and mainly having low profit margin. So here is the verdict. One product store is really good if you identified a high demand, unique product. So if you're doing product research and you find a product, you want to start with a one product store. However, a niche store is typically the best long-term strategy for your customer loyalty and brand. So how can we take a one product store and a niche store and condense them together? And that's where my strategy comes in place. And I called it a pro-niche store. Totally made up the name, but it makes so much sense. Let me break it down. I'm going to take this example of this shoe. This person began to sell this shoe and he made a one product store out of it. The entire landing page is just talking about this shoe and how that it gives you comfort all day long. So we went ahead and built a really high converting one product store for this product. So right away, he was able to start generating sales with this product and explode it with this one product. However, he was realizing that people want other options. They want to buy more from his website. If you're going to get a customer to buy from your store, how can you get them to spend more on your website? How can you get them to maybe even come back later on and buy other items because they love the first item that they bought from you? And that's where you start to transfer into a niche store. So as you can see what he did here, and we come onto the website, you can see that there's many different shoes now on the website. So the key here is to start with a one product store, sell one product on your entire website. And if that store and that product starts to take off in sales, then you want to go ahead and add other related products to your website, more specifically products that people can use in your niche. And it doesn't hurt to add more products because you already are getting sales from the main flagship product. And that is why it's called a pro niche store, where you have a one product store and you have a niche store combined, but only once that one product starts to really bring in sales. I would definitely start converting it into that niche store once you are at least $500 per day in sales with the one main flagship product. Now, if you follow this strategy correctly, this is some of the results that you can get. As you can see, the store that I'm running right now, the average person is actually purchasing 3 to 8 items at a time, spending up to $200 on a product that I'm selling for $40. And how am I able to get people to buy 8 items from my website? By adding other related products to the website and offering deals for them to buy a multiple of that exact item. If people are going to buy one of your items, how can you get them to buy 2, 3, 4, or 6 of them? And that is by doing bundles or adding other related items to incentivize them to add those to their cart and purchase those as well, giving you more profit and sales on your website. If you want to learn more about my e-commerce strategy and actually crush it with your own e-commerce business, make sure you hit that subscribe button because I have a ton of free videos on my channel. And in the description below, I'll leave a completely free training I recorded on how you can start and scale your own e-commerce business from scratch using my 3-pillar framework that has been crushing it for myself and my students. Make sure you drop a comment in the description. Give the video some love if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.